A new documentary addresses some of the challenges faced by those living with rare, chronic, progressive blood cancers. In light of Rare Disease Day approaching on February 28th, we're highlighting the film this morning. Joining me, Academy Award-winning filmmaker Cynthia Wade, along with the woman featured in the documentary, Barbara Abernathy. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Cynthia, tell us, what is the title of the film, and then what is the key to making a captivating film such as this one?
The title of the film is Beyond Blue, and the key to making a compelling documentary is really to find an emotional story that hasn't been told before. So in this case, this is a story of a rare blood cancer and someone who's living with it. And I didn't actually know about these groups of rare blood cancers called MPNs when I was embarking on the project. I learned a lot. And I really saw an opportunity to be able to tell a patient story from the inside out, a very emotional story, a personal story. And then the second part of telling a compelling story, I think, is to really make it as beautiful as possible. So I used vintage lenses, older lenses that were imperfect and had some grain and some texture to them, because when you're living in the real world and you're living in the world of documentary, life is imperfect. It's beautiful and imperfect, and so you want to make a film that reflects that and feels very true and authentic.
Now, Barbara, Cynthia is featuring your story in this documentary. Can you share your background with us, or your story?
Sure. I was diagnosed with one of the myeloproliferative diseases, polycythemia vera, at the age of 32, and then later with myelofibrosis, and as a result I had a bone marrow transplant.
And Barbara, how has this film been meaningful for you as someone who is living with this chronic condition?
It has been so meaningful because it tells my story from the inside out, all the ups and downs, and the things that I had to give up and be restricted that were so essential to me. But it ends on a message of hope for people living with myeloproliferative neoplasms, because it reminds us that we are more than our diagnosis, we're more than our disease, and that we need to come together as a community, empower ourselves, get educated, take an active role in our care so that we can get the word out about these diseases.
And Cynthia, how did you find Barbara, and why did you want to feature this rare disease in the film?
Well, I had a lot of conversations with people and did a lot of research, and essentially, even with documentary, you kind of cast. It's not in the same way, but you really want to be able to reach as many people as possible so that you can tell as true and as authentic and compelling story as possible. When I spoke to Barbara on the first time on the phone, I knew that being with her would really help, I think, ultimately empower people and connect people and bring people together. So that was really important to me.
Now, where can we see the film and, of course, learn more about this rare disease?
The film is at the website voicesofnpn.com. It's the first of a series of films that I'm directing about people living with rare blood cancers, with MPNs. It's part of an overall awareness program from Insight Corporation. And I'm really excited to share this film, Beyond Blue. So it's at voicesofnpn.com.
Thanks so much for your time this morning, Cynthia and Barbara. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Morning Blend continues right after this.